Hello guys, welcome back to Zef Academy. So today our topic of discussion will be about trigonometry and the questions related to that. We have to make the use of the identities to get your answers. So we shall be beginning with the questions which are given in the NCERT book grade 10, and I will be focusing on the important questions which will be having some importance. Actually, all the questions are important, but we do not have that much time to cover all the questions. So you can definitely come to us in the case of any query you are finding in the comment section or either on the mail, and we shall be trying our best to reply you with the questions you are facing difficulty with. Okay, so anyways, let's begin with question number one. Question number one is about the triangle ABC, in which angle B is right angle and the measurements of the two sides is given to you, and you have to find out the trigonometric identities sine A cos A, sine C cos C. Okay, so before we start solving the question, we should have a practice of drawing the triangle when you are solving the questions of trigonometry, because it will actually help you to identify the data given to you in the question. At the same time, it will be easy for you to identify the sides which are opposite to the specified angle, adjacent sides, and even the hypotenuse. So basically it eases out your process. Okay, so in this case, as our triangle is given to us with right angle at B, so it will be having this name in this manner. And if we look ahead, we also have the measurements of the two sides, that is AB and BC. Okay, so I think so if we want to solve for sine A and cos A, we must be needing the value or the measurement of the hypotenuse, that is AC, because as the formula says that for sine A it is opposite side of the specified angle divided by hypotenuse, and similarly hypotenuse side is required to calculate the value of cos A. So first of all, let us get that with the help of the Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so this is how it will be. If you apply the Pythagoras theorem, you will get the value of AC as equal to 25 centimeter. Okay, let us input that value in our figure, and now we are good to go to solve the sub question number one, which is about sine A. And write down the formula. Sine A is equal to opposite side to angle A divided by the hypotenuse, which will be equal to, in this case, BC divided by AC, and BC is 7, AC is 25, so your sine A value will be 7 divided by 25. Okay, similarly cos A will be adjacent side of angle A divided by hypotenuse, which will be equal to AB divided by AC, and it will be equal to 24 divided by 25. See how simple it becomes once you draw the figure, because you have all the details now in front of your eyes and you just need to get that value and input it here and get your answer. Okay, let's face the sub question number 2, and now our focus will be on angle C, because we want to find out now the value of sine C and cos C. So in the case of angle C, now AB becomes the opposite side and BC becomes the adjacent side. So let's say that sine C will be opposite side to angle C, which will be AB in this case, and hypotenuse stays as it is, that is AC. So your value of sine C is equal to 24 divided by 25. Similarly, the answer for cos C will be calculated by inputting the formula, then knowing the sides and getting the answer. So cos C will be equal to 7 divided by 25. Okay, with the next question now. Next question is as given to you that 15 cot A is equal to 8, and you are supposed to find out the value of sine A and sec A. Okay, once again starting with drawing the figure and naming it, identifying that what is given to you in the question, that is 15 cot A is equal to 8, which can be written as cot A equals to 8 divided by 15. Now we very well know the formula for cot A is adjacent side to angle A divided by the opposite side to angle A, which is the reciprocal of tan A as well. So let us identify that in this case, which is our adjacent side and which is our opposite side. It seems that AB is the adjacent and BC is the opposite side. So in this case, our value of AB and BC will be equal to 8K and 15K respectively. Now you must have noticed that I have mentioned here K, because we know that cot A value is given to us is 8 by 15. That does not mean that AB is equal to 8 units and BC equals to 15 units, because it is the ratio. So the actual size or the measurement of AB and BC can be some other thing whose simplified ratio could be 8 by 15. So we cannot mention that AB is equal to 8 and BC is equal to 15. We have to also mention the constant here, that is the K. Okay, coming back to the solution. So now we shall be highlighting that now we have the measurements of the sides as AB and BC in the figure. And if we apply the Pythagoras theorem, we will be able to identify the measurement of AC as well, that is the hypotenuse, which will be in this case equals to 17K. Okay, so once this is done, the remaining task is just a cakewalk, because now you just need to input the formula for sine A and sec A and get your answer. So in this case, the sine A will be BC divided by AC. BC is the opposite side and AC is the hypotenuse. You will be inputting the values, you will be cancelling out the k's, and that's what your ratio will be, that is 15 divided by 17. Similarly, if we do the same for sec A, which is the reciprocal of cos A, which will be equal to AC divided by AB, because cos A is the adjacent side of angle divided by the hypotenuse. Sec A will be hypotenuse divided by the adjacent. Hypotenuse is AC, adjacent is AB. So if we input the values, once again cancelling out the k's, and this will be our answer for sec A. Pretty simple, right? Okay. The next question. Let's see what the question is about. Question number 3 is saying that angle A and angle B are acute angles such that cos A is equal to cos B. Then we have to show that both the angles, that is A and B, are equal. Okay, let's see, because this is the first time when we are not having any values given to us in the question. It is just the condition is given to us that cos A is equal to cos B. So let's see how we are going to solve it. First of all, as a habit, we should draw the figure of a triangle and name it A, C and B. See, I have mentioned our triangle here such that C becomes a right angle. And why it is like that? Because A and B are acute angles is given in the question. So you have to read the question very properly in order not to commit any such silly mistake while solving. Because even if you know the concepts, you know the calculation, but you somehow do the mistake, then it is just game over for you. So be very careful. Once again, coming back to the solution. So here I am focusing on my angle A, which will be giving me BC as my opposite side and AC my adjacent side, and that will be equal to the formula for cos A, that is AC by AB. This is the ratio. Similarly, I'll be drawing my one more triangle, and this time I will be focusing on my angle B, because I want to know the value of cos B as well. So if we look it ahead, it will be giving us BC divided by AB. Now you very well know what is the formula for cos, sine, tan, so I'm not going to repeat it now and then. Okay, dears. Okay, now the question says that these two things are equal. Okay, let us put them in that way. Okay, so it means that this will be written as AC divided by AB will be equal to BC divided by AB. That means that AC can be written in this way, and we can just take this AB towards the opposite side of equal to other side of equal to, which will reposition it in the numerator. And it will be now written as AC is equal to BC. Why? Because AB and AB in the numerator and the denominator will cancel out each other. Okay, now AC is equal to BC we have got. Let us try to see that thing on the triangle. Okay, this is the case. It means that the triangle is isosceles. Okay, there should be some bells ringing in your mind which should remind you of your lower grades when you have come across this theorem that angles opposite to equal sides of an isosceles triangles are equal. Remember? So if we try to look it that way, we can say that the angle opposite to the side AC is equal to B and the angle opposite to side BC will be equal to A. Okay, and as the theorem says that the angles opposite to the sides, equal sides of an isosceles triangles are equal, we can easily say that our angle B will be equal to angle A, and hence it is proved that our angle A is equal to angle B. So the question seems somewhat difficult, but you must be knowing your concepts from lower grades, because maths is not a subject where you can simply put the concepts from where you left in the class. Once you promoted in the other class, you have to take all the concepts with you in the bag, because in some way or the other your lower class concepts will be applicable in the higher standards as well. Okay, yes. So this is our solution for question number 3. We shall be proceeding ahead for question number 4 now, and this is what the question is about. In this question, cot theta is given to us as 7 by 8 and we have to evaluate these two expressions given to us. Okay, and now as you must be knowing my method, I will be once again trying to make a triangle and will be able to identify that our angle C will be theta. That means we shall be highlighting the sides which are adjacent and the opposite to get their value, and this is how we'll get the value for BC and AB, right? And once again, not to forget that K is the constant in this case, and similarly if we apply the Pythagoras theorem, AC will be computed as root of 113k. Okay, so once this is done, then the next step is about identifying the values of sine theta and cos theta, because this is what is required to apply in expression number 1 to get its value. So sine theta will be equal to 8 divided by root of 113. Similarly, cos theta will be equal to 7 divided by root of 113. Okay, now let us take that question number 1 into consideration. Write down the expression, input the values, and I can see here that it is 1 plus sine theta 1 minus sine theta into multiplication, which once again reminds me of the identity a plus b, one bracket, a minus b at the other bracket, which means that it is equal to a square minus b square. I hope you guys remember these concepts from algebra. I have applied that same thing here, that first term square, second term square, and they are separated by a minus sign. Similarly, the denominator will also be simplified in this manner. First term square, that is 1, last term square, that is cos square theta, and they are separated by a minus sign. Okay, so now input the values. So this is what you will be getting. Okay, I will try to simplify it in the best possible way so you can also understand, and this will be the simplified version. If we go ahead, we might get this. If we still go ahead, we might get this. If we still go ahead, we will get this, and this is our answer, 49 divided by 64. Okay, I have tried to do as much steps I can do in this tutorial so that the ones who are facing difficulties with the calculation can also understand that how the things are done. Okay, so this is our answer for sub question number 1. Let's proceed with question number 2, which is very easy. You have to just square the value given in the question, that is cot theta 7 by 8. If you will square it, you will get your value, that is 49 divided by 64. As simple as that. Okay, let's see one more question. Okay, this question is somewhat about, once again, you are given cot A value and you have to check whether the given equation is equal or not. Okay, so till now we faced the examples where the values were given. Based on the values we were identifying the trigonometric identities, then the angles we had to make them or show them equal. That one thing we did, and we also found out the value of the expressions based on the value of any one trigonometric identity given to us. Okay, so this is the first case when you are given the equation and you have to prove that the equation is having both the sides equal. LHS, that is the left hand side, RHS, that is the right hand side. Okay, but before we proceed ahead, our habit should not change. Draw the triangle and once again identify the angle that is to be taken into consideration, which is cot A here. So A will be the angle taken into consideration, and based on the thing given to us, that is 3 cot A is equal to 4, we will be getting AB is equal to 4k and BC is equal to 3k. Okay, once again using Pythagoras theorem, you will be getting the value of AC, that is 5k. If you are smart enough, you can also be able to compute the value of AC by knowing that the triplets of right angle triangles 3, 4, 5 and like that. But okay, you don't need to be, because it is always better to check it once rather than to make a mistake in a haste. So calculation wise, you can also reach up to the same destination. Okay, so this is what we have got in our hands. All the three sides are known to us. So now it will be a cakewalk for us, as I am expecting. Let's see. Okay, I'm once again writing down the values here. See, I'm finding the value of tan A, sin A and cos A. The reason behind that is because, see, the question is actually asking you to know the values of all of these three identities because they are being given in the question. Tan is also given in the question, cos is given in the question, and sin is given in the question. So I am first of all highlighting and writing down their values here. So now we shall be comparing the LHS and the RHS. Okay, let's focus on the LHS first. This is given. Input the values. See, now it becomes very much simple for us because we just have to extract the value from the triangle, write it down here and pull it from here and write it down here. See, simplified version is 7 by 25. Okay, so this was the LHS part. RHS will be cos square A minus sin square A. You have the values once again, input them, calculate them and get your answer. It is also having the same value, that is 7 by 25, which means that our left hand side is equal to the right hand side. That means the equation is correct. Okay, one more example. I hope you guys are not getting bored. Let's face the example. Triangle PQR is given to you, which is right angled at Q, and there is some two sides given to you, the summation of which is equal to 25, and one side is given separately, that is PQ equals to 5 centimeter. We have to determine the values of sine, cos and tan, all with respect to the angle P. Okay. See, now here this is a different case, separate case, where one side is given to you and other two sides are given as the summation of each other. Okay, not to worry. First of all, draw the triangle. Do not forget that Q is given in the question as a right angle, so place it there properly, and also try to extract one more thing, that is PQ given to you as 5 centimeter. Now I will be supposing that my QR will be equal to X. That means from the expression PR plus QR, I can simply replace QR with X and that's how I can get my value for PR, that is equal to 25 minus x centimeter. So now I suppose you have three sides with you with one pronumeral, and you must be the kings of algebra till now, I suppose. So you will be able to calculate the value of the pronumeral very much easily by applying the Pythagoras theorem. Let's see what we can do here. The Pythagoras theorem says it will be equal to PR square equals to PQ square plus QR square. Just input the values, try to simplify them, and you have reached your destination to find out the value of the pronumeral, that is x, and that is equal to 12. Okay, that means that QR, which was assumed to be equal to x centimeter, will be equal to 12 centimeter, and PR was 25 minus x, means 25 minus 12, that is equal to 13 centimeter. Okay, put them here on the triangle. So now I think so it is once again a cakewalk because you have all the sides. You just need to apply the formula for sine, cos and tan and get your value. Identify the sides which are opposite to the P and adjacent to P, and get your value for sine P, get your value for cos P, get your value for tan P. As you are seeing here that all the things are solely dependent on the trigonometric identities, the formulas which we had discussed in the last tutorial. So I suppose and I believe and I would like you to share that you should remember all these formulas, because that is the only way through which you can solve these questions. And I must also add that the complications are yet to come. These are the simplest questions till now. I'm not here to just make you afraid, but because trigonometry is much more than what we are doing right now, so please you try to understand and memorize those trigonometric formulas, because that will help you to achieve the solutions with much ease. Okay dear, so I think so that's it for today. Let's sign off. We shall meet once again, and this time we shall be dealing with the trigonometric ratios of some specific angles. Because till now you must have seen that there was no angle involved. It was just tan A, tan B, tan C, tan theta. But now we shall be discussing the angles like tan 30 or sine 60 or cos 90. So what are they and how their values can be calculated? That we shall be seeing in our next tutorial. Till then, wish you all the best with the learning. Take care of yourselves and please do not forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you.